Good evening from a very, very sunny Lickey Hills, just outside Birmingham. It's an absolutely glorious evening, and we are here with the Fuddy Muckers and the Urban Monkeys, and we've come out to do a bit of an evening run. Now, this is a bit of a what's it one for me, because I've just built a new truck, and it is this one here. Originally it was Cameron's, but he has since sold it to me, my nephew, and it is originally a Gmade Buffalo, but you couldn't see the interior, so I like an interior on mine, as you probably know, so hence the reason why I've got the Proline 1966 Chevrolet C10 body on it. Now, it is a bit of a Franken truck, and I will explain that to you when we get back to the man cave. In fact, I'll actually show you how much of a Franken truck it is. It's got bits of everything. Considering it's supposed to be a Gmade Buffalo, it's got axial, it's got charisma, it's got just about everything on there. So we'll see how it goes when we get back to the man cave. So it looks like we're on the move, so I'll see you in a bit. Bye. Also, watch out for some awesome onboard footage, as you can see from this shot here. But what I wanted to say to you very quickly before we get into it is make sure you stay to the end to see where Chris Jones tried to kill me with his truck, and where Diz Ryan from the Fuddy Muckies almost broke his giggling string from laughing at my misfortune quite so much. Who needs friends? Bless them. Anyway, enjoy the video. Speak in a bit. Bye bye. Right, as promised earlier on, here is the section where Chris Jones tried to kill me with his truck, and just be aware of the hysterical laughter coming from Diz from the Fuddy Muckers that you can hear in the background. Enjoy. Everybody else seemed to. Really? Wow! Crack the screen. No, it was already done. That's alright. Really? Wow! Crack the screen. No, it was already done. That's alright. Hi you guys, welcome back to the Man Cave. What an absolutely awesome evening we had at Licky's. We had some great fun. There was only 5 of us that turned up, myself, Kev, Chris, Diz and Scott, but it was a really good evening. I've not been too good for the past few weeks, so it was definitely a night out that I really needed, and it did me good. So thank you to the other 4 guys for making it such a memorable evening, despite the fact that Chris tried to kill me, which you saw on video, and despite the fact that Diz probably needed a change of underwear. He laughed that hard at Chris trying to kill me. But hey, you know, keep your friends close and your enemies closer. Right, going back to the Gmade Buffalo, which you can see over there, which is now not a Buffalo. It is now the 1966 Chevrolet C10. Now, I brought the 66 deliberately. I wanted a 66 Ford, but they were very difficult to get hold of, and there was a lot of they were out of stock in a lot of places. So I went for the 66 Chevy because that's my birth year. I am an England World Cup baby. Strange, I was born 9 months after the World Cup. Anyway, so that's why I wanted to get a 1966. But this is the original Buffalo body. Obviously, it's all been stripped now. But if you look inside, you can see how smoked the glass is there. Now, I don't know if you can actually pick up there, but you should be able to see little scratches where I've tried to cut through the window wrap, as did Cameron, because like the Axial SCX-10-3 over there, the Rubicon Jeep, I thought it was just a sticker, a decal that was going over the windows. I don't know now whether or not it is. I think they may have used smoked Lexan to actually do it, because no matter what I did, no matter what I used, chemicals, X-Acto knives, anything like that, I could not get the window out, which is why I actually wanted to get a different body, because as anybody that watches my channel knows, I do like a nice interior. Now, the interior that I've got for the 66 Chevy C10 isn't the most detailed one that I've put in. It is, in fact, the Jeep interior for the SCX-10-3 Rubicon. But what I've done is I've actually cut it down, made it a two-seater, like a bench seat, rather than, not a bench seat, two front seats, cut out the rear seats, and put it in so that it's more like a truck cab. I've also added a little bit of detail in there. As you can see, I've added a light-up interior, and that was really simple. Cam actually sprayed the interior matte black. So what I had to do was I had to go in there with a little bit of acetone, and just with some Q-tips, and just very gently clean around the instrument binnacles where the stickers go. And as you can see on this photo here, Axial, in their infinite wisdom, have very, very kindly done it so that if you put a light behind the sticker, it actually shines through quite nicely, both on the sat-nav section, which obviously the C10 wouldn't have had, but mine is a bit of a modernised custom job of a 66 truck. It's not genuine 66. It's a modern version of the 66. A bit like me. So once the binnacles were actually clean of paint and the stickers went over, it actually looks spot on, as you can see from this photo. Now, going back to what I was saying about it being a bit of a Franken truck, if you have a look, it's got a little bit of everything on it. It's got an Arc 2, Charisma Arc 2 ESC, waterproof and customizable ESC, very much along the principle of the Hobbywing 1080. And it is a really good ESC from Charisma. It's also got Axial side steps on it, rock skids. What do you call them? We'll go for side steps. From an Axial truck. It's got a Spectrum servo from, which I think again tends to come from an Axial when you buy the RTR Axial ones. I know I had one with my 6x6, my UMG Axial SCX-10-2 6x6. That came with Spectrum servos, so it looks like that's come from there. And there are bits of everything on it. Now, I'm not going to knock the guy that built this, because he is the guy after my own heart. You use what you can. You know, if you've got bits lying around and they look good, then that's what you use. It's like the aerial from on the C10. If I can just bring you around here. If you look at that there, the aerial, that is actually one of my son's old guitar strings. He changed his guitar strings, so I asked him if I could have them, and that's what I use for my aerials, because they are very good for actually flicking around. I also used the Gmade front bumper and grille, which meant that I could also adapt the fixtures from the Buffalo body. There were two fixtures which actually fit, one there and one there, and they fit down inside the bumper, which you can see in this photo. So I managed to actually use them and put those on the C10 body. I also used the rear bumper, so I didn't have to worry about getting a rear bumper for it. It took a bit of fixing, a bit of fettling, and I had to cut the body in a certain way to get it to fit, but it fits, and that's what it's all about. Now, the other thing that I did do, which was a bit stupid, was while I was fixing in the lights, I tend to use a lot of glue sticks and use my trusty glue gun there. Well, I ran out of glue sticks, but a little while ago, I actually brought a box off Amazon, and when they came, they were like logs. They were quite chunky, so they wouldn't actually fit into my glue gun. I think these are 11mm, and I think my glue gun is 7 or 8mm. So as you can see, they wouldn't fit in. So I use my trusty burner to actually just melt the end of the glue stick, dab it on, push the lights in, hold them in place, job done. Until I actually put this on the desk and forgot to turn it off, or thought I turned it off and I hadn't, and I actually melted the side of my brand new C10 body. But I used a little bit of model filler after it had hardened and dried, because it'll all look black and bubbled and horrible and everything. So I used a little bit of filler and then went over it with a grey paint, then went over it with a matte spray so that it looked like primer, and I've turned it into a little bit of a feature. So there are no disasters, there are opportunities when you're doing this sort of thing. So if ever you do something, sorry, very juvenile. If ever you do something that, you know, you're a little bit worried about, look at ways that you can actually change it to a positive. Don't think about it as being a negative. Think about it as being, how can I change this to a positive? Now, before I go, and I know that there's going to be a lot of people out there who already know this, but if you look at me and slightly dense, I wasn't one of them. I have just recently got the FlySky GT5 controller, 6-bit, 6-channel controller, replaced my GT3, which is only a 3-channel. This one, awesome, love it to bits. But I didn't know you can actually change the lights on there. And it was Scott that told me. What you do is, see the back button? Press that. Oh, look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that. You can change all your lights. You can have whatever colour you want. You can have them off as well. Look at that. You can even save your lights off, but you can change them all. And all you have to do is press the back button and spin the wheel, as George Michael says. And there you go. So, if you knew that, you knew that. If you didn't, there you go. That's one for you. Right. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this. We're out at Clee Hill in 8 days' time, actually. We're going out to Clee Hill with the Urban Monkeys, myself, Chris and Kev, and we'll be joined by a couple of others. So, going to put the C10 through its paces again. I'm also going to take the 2 crosses and the axial to get some shots of them actually in an absolutely superb environment. So keep an eye on that. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, which is appearing here about now. And for future videos, make sure that you hit the bell button as well, so that you get notified of all future uploads. And here's another little video for you here to whet your appetite. So in the meantime, guys, thank you very much for watching. And this is RC Steve B saying happy RCing. See you later, guys. Bye-bye.